Yo guys, today what's up? Welcome back to the channel. So today what we're talking about some movie reviews. Today we'll do a movie review on the Titanic. If you guys have not watched the Titanic movie, and it was made in 1997, it's PG-13, and the Titanic movie was great. I watched it I don't know when I watched it, but it's a great movie. I watched it a couple of days ago. The movie's great, and yeah, so we're gonna tell you what the movie's about. If you guys have not watched it, it's not horror, it's drama, what's gonna happen in real life. So the movie was basically pretty good. Yeah, it's 1997, what was released in 1997, and I'll give you some apps you can watch it on. Of course, you can watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Google Play Movies, you can watch it on Vudu, you can watch it on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and YouTube. So you guys should watch some on those apps, but that movie is like PG-13, and it was just talking about how the story begins. It's kind of sad story, you know, it makes people sad, but at the end it was real sad, you know, but Rose survived, and then yeah, but we're just gonna talk about it. It's already 3 hours. It's like 3 hours and 14 minutes. That's just crazy, but you give a 2-hour, 48-hour countdown when you watch it on Prime Video, but when you watch it on Vudu and like Google Play TV shows and YouTube, you don't have a countdown, which is pretty much great. So but okay, before we start getting like the movie what's about, yeah, it's a good movie. It's talking about back in 1912. Because it's like when it goes back, on the beginning it goes back from the old times in 1997, and then it goes back from 1912, it goes back, which would take like 3 hours, because 1 hour to go, because like this, it goes 3 hours, it goes 3 times back, it goes 1 hour from the main time, 2 hours from the old time, and 1 hour back to the main time, and then like 8, and then like 7 minutes for the others, and like 2 times. So that's why it's 3 hours and 14 minutes. And then on the I've always just heard about some stuff. So on the first day the ship was built, you know, people loved it. They had to wear fancy suits because they had to wear fancy suits. And then yeah, like they were like, and then on the second day, on the first day they were Rose, the girl, she wanted to jump off the boat and then go into the freeze. But then the guy Jack in the movie, he was trying to save her, and then yeah, that's on. Then the third one, and at the end it was like the Titanic sank, which is sad. So it's like about it now goes back in 1912, and at the end it goes back in time, and the guy Jackie to Rose's pizza. So let's go ahead and tell you what the movie's about. Came out it's about a 1912 sinking story. So it's about, the movie was about the 1912 sinking. Okay, it starts, and then the movie was by Kate. It was by Kate, wasn't? And yeah, and the main character who different social classes, they were meeting. Jack and Rose, they were meeting. They were like 23, and the ship was for a witch girl. And then it was just in 1912, a witch girl married someone. Yeah, and then so yeah, that's what it was about. But what happened was so. You know the story, right? The story's true. If I search, wait, it's not on the internet. Okay, I'll show you. Was the Titanic real? Okay, I'm gonna search that. Was it real? Titanic was real, okay? Yeah, I'll show you images. You want to see some images of the Titanic? Here's an image of the Titanic. Oh my God, this looks so cool. I'll show you. Titanic. So yeah, we're talking with the Titanic, the history of the Titanic. So this video will be called all about the Titanic, and then yeah, it was a real sad story, but You could guys watch it on Prime Video. You guys need cost $2, but at $2 I mean it costs money because the bottle the more money it costs. So yeah, you guys could watch it. You guys could yeah, I'll do next I'll do there were some movies I could watch. I don't know what to do next. How about I'm gonna watch the but we'll see. It's a surprise. You guys better hit that like button, subscribe. Some more of these and you guys want to know how did the Titanic like sink? Like, wanna know that? How did I'm not gonna tell you Titanic sink? Well, that's a great thing. Well, it happened on April 14th, 1912, and it was it just hit an iceberg. It was driving around in the Atlantic Ocean, and then it was like 2 a.m. It goes right there. It goes crashing and it goes down. And then when it goes crashing down, hit the iceberg, and when it did that, the Titanic, when it hit the middle of it, it spread it out so not to hit the back thing where it damages it, and then it split up and split it in half. So that's a Titanic story. If you guys really like that story, we're telling you, yeah, that was a true story. Would you like to know how long the Titanic was? How long was the Titanic? Well, you guys know when the Titanic was made. I know what the Titanic made. Well, that's a easy question. It was built in March 31st, 1909. So that is when it was made. March 31st, 1909. And after that, 3 years later, it's a story. That's the story. Peace out. Like and sub.